Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and it's Monday, June 20th, which means it's time for this week's Pokemon News Update video thingy. Now, as per usual, I will mention I do have a booster pack of Pokemon TCG. It's going to be the Roaring Skies expansion. I'll be opening this up towards the end of the video and giving out the code card to a lucky viewer who participates in the question of the day using hashtag QOTD in the comment, which I'll give you as we get to the opening of this booster pack towards the end. But first, we're going to get through all the news, of course. Now, the general update for the channel itself, I do want to first of all mention that we are almost at 700 subscribers here on the channel. We're just shy of that a little bit. Once we do hit 700, that's when I'm going to be opening up the Manaphy Mythical Pokemon Collection TCG box, and I'm going to be giving out the code card with to a lucky viewer who participates in that week's question of the day. Once this opens, based on what we're at for subscribers right now, we're at, I think it was like 694 last time I checked, and it's a good chance we're going to hit that 700 by the end of the week. If so, I'm going to be opening this up next week, so stay tuned for that if and when we hit 700 subscribers. Now, of course, I do have the Blastoise box as well. That one is still being held in reserve until we hit 1,000 subscribers, and if and when that happens, if I still have the Blastoise box before the next one comes out, I'll be opening that up in the video and giving the code card out, as well as hopefully picking up another one of these boxes and doing a physical mail out to a lucky viewer of that week's particular question of the day. Now, in other news, if you notice if you've been following the series, the Pokemon Blue playthrough, we did complete it on Sunday. We finished up with a sort of a follow-up episode where it wasn't really something that I did in the initial playthrough, but I didn't want to leave certain things unfinished in the world of Kanto, so I did finish up stuff as a follow-up episode, and now that that is complete, we're going to be moving right on into Pokemon Silver for Gen 2 later today. That's right, stay tuned, we're going to have another video update later on today, Pokemon Silver, and I'm going to be telling you the basic idea of the format and the series, and what am I trying to say? The schedule, that's it. I'm going to show you tell you the basic schedule of the uploads for the Pokemon Silver playthrough. You're going to see a lot more episodes of that coming out than we did for the Pokemon Blue series, so that's going to be pretty cool. Now, where am I at in the news update here? I was going to mention... Oh, I got to mention last week's question of the day. I almost forgot about that. So, last week's question of the day was, if you could add a new feature into the world of Pokemon, what would it be? And I mentioned my idea would be to add a new status condition, petrification, turning things to stone, because I've seen that in other other RPGs, I mean to say. And that would be kind of cool to add for all the rock-type Pokemon that are in the games. And the lucky winner of last week's Primal Clash Booster Pack code card was a lucky viewer by the name of Cheese Dibble the Cat. And Cheese Dibble says, I would add in Pokemon Fusion. Now, that's something, as I mentioned in the comment in response, we kind of have seen sort of toyed around with a little bit based on something from Gen 5 with the Kyurem and the other legendary Dragons of Unova. Because, of course, we know about White Kyurem and Black Kyurem, which are fusions of Kyurem and either Zekrom or Reshiram. So we've already had something similar to that, but it'd be cool if we have something a little bit more definite. And I wonder if the fusion would be applied to the whole Ash Greninja thing that's going on, and the rumors and speculation that people have going on where there's a possibility that we might see what I think it's called not burst evolution, but some sort of a burst mode that, from what I understand, originated from the manga, in which the trainer and Pokemon do some sort of a fusion, quite similar to the Ash Greninja thing going on. So that kind of a fusion could happen, and as I said in my response to the comment, that doesn't seem that far off. Like maybe someday we're going to see stuff like that. And it'd be really cool, as I mentioned, if we happen to finally, in-game, encounter that legendary, mysterious, mythical Venustoise that a Ghastly created in one of the episodes of the anime. So that would be kind of cool. So once again, congratulations to Cheese Dibble the Cat for winning the Primal Clash code card booster pack online thingy. Hopefully you get some good cards out of that. Now, in other general news, I will mention, as I said in yesterday's Pokemon Blue episode, that I currently, well, not currently, in that episode I was currently at a Pokemon TCG tournament in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and I'll give you a full update on how I did there in the Pokemon TCG Live Online match this week. I will just kind of spoil it right now. I'll mention that, don't know if it's going to show up well on the camera or not, I have a 4th place Marowak, which I got for, of course, landing 4th place in the Masters Division. So that was actually quite cool, and it's really interesting that I used a Marowak break deck, and I have a Marowak 4th place, so you know that's going right in the deck as soon as I get a chance to update it. Now, let's get on to the other news in the world of Pokemon. First of all, I'm going to mention in Pokemon Shuffle, up until June 28th, which is, I believe, next Tuesday? Next Wednesday. You know what? I kind of don't know. But anyway, June 28th, we have 3 special stages on the go. Dialga and Omastar are both available as standard encounters. And if you can capture, well, defeat and capture these 2 Pokemon for your collection, and if you defeat them on a following attempt, you can get a skill booster item from each of them. And I don't know what it means exactly, but they're both named after the Pokemon. A Dialga skill booster and an Omastar skill booster. Does that mean it's going to only skill boost those Pokemon, or is it maybe the Dialga provides it to Steel types? I don't know what that means, but both of these Pokemon will give you a named skill booster after themselves. And another fossil Pokemon is also available in the special stage, Kabutops. This one's going to be a timed battle, though, so you have a limited time to defeat and capture Kabutops. And again, if you manage to defeat Kabutops on a second attempt, you're going to be able to possibly get a Kabutops skill booster. So hopefully they're going to be good items. I really don't know what they're going to do. Now, another mention is, in the world of Pokemon TCG, a new collection box has been revealed, Pokemon TCG Zygarde Collection. As you can see here, you get a figure of Zygarde complete form, you get a foil promo card featuring Zygarde, 4 Pokemon TCG booster packs, and 1 online code card to unlock all these goodies in the online game, except of course the figure, but I would imagine they usually throw you some card sleeves or a deck box online, so that might be pretty cool to get for the collection as well. Now, what we're going to do right now, we're going to check out the Pokemon website, because a lot of information has dropped thanks to the E3 Nintendo Treehouse, I think it was called. They've revealed a lot more Pokemon Sun and Moon information. I will say, I was kind of late, or I am kind of late talking about this. As soon as this information dropped, there was so much hype all over the internet, all over YouTube, and me with sort of a busy schedule towards the end of the week, I didn't have time to do an initial, immediate, review of the information. But I figure you guys probably already know what's going on, but I'm going to throw my own 2 cents in there anyway. I kind of like the fact that I'm a little later on this anyhow, because lately I've been hearing that Pokemon is claiming videos that show the trailer that they're using. And of course, I'm not going to use the trailer myself. I'm just going to look at the information on the website. So with that being said, let's get into it right now. First and foremost, we see here they've got information about the mythical Pokemon Magearna. We're just going to go through these things in order here on the site. Let's see what it says about Magearna, if this thing will stop glitching out. There we go. Alright, Magearna, of course, artificial Pokemon. It's a Steel Fairy type with the Soul Heart ability. Magearna is a mythical Pokemon that was created by a scientist of unknown genius. I'm just going to kind of skim through this a little bit. Feel free to go to Pokemon.com/Pokemon-sunmoon.com. Get all this information yourself. Magearna's ability is the Soul Heart ability, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. Soul Heart has the effect of raising Magearna's special attack by one stage, each time another Pokemon in the area faints. I wonder if that means just your partner, or if the opponent faints. That might be overpowered, so I think it's just going to be your own partner Pokemon, I would expect. This is a new ability, one that can be put to good use in battle. If you use the new QR scanner function in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon to scan in the corresponding QR code, you'll be able to obtain the mythical Pokemon Magearna. Magearna will be a special ally that you can put to work on your behalf in the world of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. So that is some more information about Magearna. Very nice. And we got 3 new Pokemon that has been revealed through gameplay and trailers thanks to E3. And let's just go in order. We're going to go with Pikipek, the Woodpecker Pokemon. It's a normal flying type. The abilities are either Keen Eye or Skill Link. I think this is the first time we have a flying type with Skill Link, if I recall correctly. Skill Link, of course, ensures that any multi-hit attack, like Fury Attack and stuff like that, instead of hitting random 2 to 5 times, it's going to hit all 5 times. So Pikipek can strike 16 times a second with its beak. These strikes are powerful enough to not only drill through hard wood, but even shatter stone. Little side note, I always find it interesting when they give Pokemon descriptions like that, because if that is what Pikipek can do, what would its possible evolutions be able to do? That's a lot of power. The noises made by their blows can signal others. Some of these signals have been identified as warning signals and greetings among allies. Pikipek trainers have grown to recognize them as well. These Pokemon drill holes in trees and store food in the holes. They also like small glittering objects and will tuck them away with their food stores too. It's often said, something lost, something missed, check inside the Pikipek nest. Pikipek will attack distant opponents by zipping seeds at them. What if it's going to learn Bullet Seed then? These shots have enough strength to embed the seeds in tree trunks. So that is Pikipek. We're going to look at Yungoos next. And this was one of the first ones revealed in gameplay during the gameplay session in the Pokemon, or the Nintendo Treehouse. It is the Loitering Pokemon, normal type, so kind of your standard Rattata, Sentret, Zigzagoon, things like that. So normal type, it has the ability either Stakeout or Strong Jaw. Now we know Strong Jaw, of course, powers up biting type moves, but Stakeout, we're going to read it here in a moment. Yungoos is a big eater that's never satisfied. I'm going to skim through the information here. Yungoos, this is interesting. Yungoos is not a Pokemon that is native to the Alola region. It was brought to the region to help deal with the explosive population of a certain other Pokemon, and now Yungoos are commonly seen around the Alola region. Doesn't say what Pokemon they're talking about, but I like how it's showing, representing introducing a native or non-native species into a new region, new locale, and the effect that can have. Some Yungoos have an ability that no other Pokemon discovered has previously had. This ability is known as Stakeout. With the Stakeout ability, this Pokemon's moves can deal twice the normal damage to any Pokemon that switch in or enter the field mid-battle. Think of it like Pursuit in a way, but it does the double damage as soon as the Pokemon comes in, so it doesn't hit the one switching out. It comes in double the power against the, it hits double the power with Stakeout against a Pokemon switching in that turn. So it's going to be interesting to see if this is a really useful ability, because you're going to kind of have to predict when they're going to switch. But the nice thing about this, it's not limited to just the one attack. It's an ability that makes any attack more powerful against something that's switching in. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Now, the last Pokemon revealed is the bug type of the starting region, Grubbin, the larva Pokemon. Only ability is Swarm, so it's nice that we have a bug type starter kind of thing that doesn't have, what is it, usually Shield Dust, I believe, something like that. So Swarm is going to power up its bug type moves if it gets low HP. So chances are we're going to see things like Bug Bite from this thing, maybe Struggle Bug or something. There's not much information, as you can see. Grubbin relies on its sturdy jaw as a weapon in battle and as a tool for burrowing through the earth. Grubbin loves electricity, which is why it can be found near power plants and substations. I wonder if that means it's going to evolve to a bug electric type. That would be pretty cool. We only have 2 of those so far in Joltik and Galvantula. By wrapping tree branches in the sticky threads that it spews from its mouth, Grubbin can swing around like an actor on suspension wires, or basically like Spider-Man. That doesn't say that, I added that in myself. So that is the info on the 3 new Pokemon that have been revealed thus far. There is some more information about something else. How do I get back to the main thing here? Let's go back to Pokemon Sun Moon, and there is a new battle feature, a new battle format that's been revealed as well for Sun and Moon, and it is the Battle Royal. Now, I've seen a lot of popular Pokemon YouTubers do something in the multi-battles, in the Wi-Fi battles, in which they simulate a free-for-all. This is a free-for-all in a sense. So the new battle format, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon feature the addition of a new battle format that has never been seen before, the Battle Royal. In the past, Pokemon battles have generally been battles of one trainer against another, but in these Battle Royals, 4 players are divided in a 4-way battle that pits each trainer against each of the other 3 in a furious melee. Okay, everyone can feel the thrill of battle. Each of the 4 trainers chooses 3 Pokemon and sends 1 Pokemon into battle at a time. The battle is over at the end of any turn when all of the Pokemon of one trainer have been fainted. The players are ranked, and a victor is declared based on the number of Pokemon each defeated and the number of Pokemon each has remaining in play. I would be surprised if you couldn't do something like, let's say, a wide range move like Discharge or Earthquake. I would assume you're going to be able to hit all 3 of the opposing Pokemon with these attacks, depending on, of course, type immunities and such like that. But that's going to be really cool to see how this plays out. You're going to be able to fire off wide range attacks against the other 3, I would assume. They're going to do the same thing against you and the others, so abilities like Flash Fire and Volt Absorb, those are going to be pretty interesting to see come into play. It's going to be 3 opponents you have to predict and figure out what are they going to go for. It's going to be kind of wild, and I'm looking forward to getting into some of these Battle Royals myself. So while these rules are simple, they also allow players a new way to enjoy Pokemon battles, one where many new strategies may be born, as each player must try to predict who will attack whom, or way acting to save a player who's in a pinch in order to aim for the #1 position. Not sure what that means, but we're going to find out as these Battle Royals happen in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. So I am really looking forward to a new battle format. Nothing new otherwise in the information. Let's just take a quick look at the gallery and see what it shows us. The battles occur on a specially constructed stage. It truly is a melee. The battle unfolds between 4 separate camps. How each fares in the battle decides the current ranking, and you can see this ranking on the screen. Alright, so I wonder if it means the numbers in the punching gloves, or the boxing gloves. Maybe. Probably, because it shows Litten is ranked 4 with the lowest HP. So, alright, it's going to be pretty cool to see how this works. It does end, as it says, after the first trainer loses all their Pokemon, and then it just ranks everyone else accordingly. But it's still pretty cool. You got to predict so many new things. It's going to be really awesome. I'm looking forward to that. So, that's all the information on the website of the new Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon stuff coming up. And I believe, just double checking, that is going to end off the news update video, so there's not a lot to mention. but that's okay because we're going to get to this pack opening much quicker, starting with the question of the day. Now, this one's going to be kind of an interesting one. It might not apply to everybody, and you'll see what I mean when I say. Question of the day for this week is, have you ever won a contest or an award before? If so, what was it? So, leave your answer to this question with hashtag QOTD down in the comments, and on Sunday, June 26th, one lucky commenter using that hashtag and answering the question is going to go into the running. Well, you're all going to go into the running. One of you is going to win the code card I pull out of this Roaring Skies booster pack in just a moment as I give my response to this. Now, as I said, well, first of all, before I get into my answer, if you haven't won an award, feel free to leave hashtag QOTD with simply no. Because I don't want to limit this to just people who have won something, because I want everyone a chance to win this code card. And if you haven't won something and you might think that means you're out of the running to win this, that's kind of a double kick in the pants, you know? So everyone has a chance to win this. If you have won an award, feel free to share your accomplishment with us. Leave hashtag QOTD. Let us know what the award or contest was. If you haven't won, as I say, just say no. Or throw in what contests have you entered that you have tried to win an award in, and I don't know, maybe we can give you some pep talk or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. But anyway, as I mentioned, I did place 4th in the Pokemon TCG tournament that I attended. I got the Marowak break 4th place. I got other stuff too, which I will show you in this week's Pokemon TCG live online match. But I've won a few things in the past. I have entered some costume contests at the different conventions I go to, Anna Maritime and HalCon. In fact, the first HalCon 4 or 5 years ago, I can't remember at this point, I think it was 5, I entered the costume contest with the very first costume I ever made myself. It was Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and if I can find a picture, you're going to see it right here. But if not, I'm holding my hands to the camera for no reason. But I entered the anime division, and out of all the people that entered, and I don't remember how many there were, I got 2nd place in the anime division, and that was the first costume I ever made. So that was quite a big accomplishment, you know? Like, I don't know the exact ways to make costumes and stuff. It was just kind of something I threw together, something that I thought looked cool. Apparently other people thought so too, because I got 2nd place. So there's that. There's the TCG the TCG tournament that I played in. And there's just a couple accomplishments. I'm not going to mention everything else. Oh, I can also mention spoilers for Pokemon Blue on Sunday. I caught Mewtwo. Not that that's really a big accomplishment or anything like that, but, I just wanted to throw that in there. Anyhow, so as I say, feel free to leave your response to that question if you've won an award or contest before. Hashtag QOTD, you'll have a chance to win another contest, the code card giveaway for this Roaring Skies booster pack I'm about to open up right now. Now, of course, this is the expansion that the ever-popular Shaman EX appears in, so let's see if our luck is on our side today and we can manage to get one of these special Pokemon out of this booster pack. If I can get the cards out, there we go. So this code card is going to be held to the side until Sunday, June 26th, and one lucky winner from the question of the day this week will receive that. So let's take a look at what I get in my physical cards as we focus our camera nice and focusedly. Starting with a Gligar, we have a Shuppet with Bleh. I like that attack, just the name for the most part. Meowth is feeling fine. Another attack I love the name of. That is awesome. Here we have a Cascoon. Next is Halucha. So the uncommons begin with an Altaria. Next is a Rayquaza Spirit Link. Last uncommon is going to be a Silcoon, so we got both of the Wurmple Evolution Cocoon Pokemon. Reverse foil card will be a Bagon with Almost Flight. And the rare card of our Roaring Skies pack, is it going to be that Shaman EX? It is! Ooh, the Altaria with the ancient trait of Delta Evolution, plus the ability Clear Humming. Each of your colorless Pokemon have no weakness. Wing attack for a 30 damage. That is the cards I get out of the booster pack. So once again, for your chance to win this code card this coming Sunday, June 26th, just answer the question of the day. Have you ever won a contest or award before? If so, what was it? Include the hashtag of QOTD in your comment, and you go into the running for that code card when I do the drawing on Sunday, the 26th of June. With that, we're going to end off the news update video for the day. Feel free to come back to the channel later on today as we begin our adventure through the Johto region in Pokemon Silver, rolling right into that, finishing up after the Pokemon Blue over the weekend. I want to say thank you for checking out today's news update video, everybody, and as I said earlier, feel free to subscribe if you're not currently subscribed. A few more subscribers means we're going to open up the Mythical Pokemon Collection Manaphy, and that code card will be given out on a following Question of the Day giveaway. So once again, thank you for checking out the news update, and I'll catch you next time.